Hello and welcome. This is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more Hard West, continuing on with the last scenario in the main story arc of the campaign. So let's go ahead and check out what we've got. So as far as equipment, we only have our starting weapons, which is a shotgun and a 6-shooter. And we do have cards, though, so let's see what we've got. We've got the Jack of Diamonds, which is passive, regenerate when not in the direct sunlight. And we get 2 defense as well. And then we also have 10 of Diamonds, which allows us to reduce every character's hit points to 1, and we get a plus 5 aim bonus. There's no reason not to take that. Jack of Clubs is a dodge chance, which we've seen is pretty powerful in some circumstances. And also plus 2 defense. The Jinx. And this is passive. This is also a nice ability. Plus 10 luck as well. Oop. Didn't quite put it in our... Oh, we're locked. So we can only have 3 cards. So we're going to want to choose the best that we can choose. I mean, get. And then we have Queen of Spades. Well, this ability we have to keep, which is Jack of Diamonds. And we do have another Jack, which is the Jack of Clubs, which gives us the dodge ability, which we've kept, which gives us a pair, which is going to give us plus 4 movement. So I think what we need to do is we need to figure out what we would want instead of the 10 of Diamonds. Now, I like the Ace of Clubs because our enemies don't replenish luck. And it gives us 10 luck as well. And then we also have plus 2 movement, which is the chain kill. I think I'm going to go with the Ace of Clubs here. We lose out on the... aim bonus, which I like, but I like having that Jinx ability. And we have mostly passive abilities as well. I like that as too. Alright. Pretty happy. Did we have anything special as far as anything goes? Just the pair bonus. Okay. So we're not starting off as powerful as the Undertaker. Alright, so go to the army camp and recruit Jefferson Burns. And where is he? Oh, that's not normal. Okay, it's not marking it, but there's the army camp. The camp was nearly deserted. Only a couple of sentries remained. Burns was nowhere to be seen. As an outlaw, approaching openly would guarantee a hostile response. You could take the men out one by one, but it would likely yield less information about where Burns was. Alright, we'll sneak. Sneaking past the guards was simple. You saw a sergeant talking with one of his subordinates and managed to eavesdrop on their conversation. It seems Burns was leading an attack on a nearby Indian village. And I'm going to just leave now. That gives me enough. Now, it said I stole some provisions. Does that mean I really stole provisions? It doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like we have the food or day-night cycle like we had before. Alright, I apologize. I was just making sure my recording was working alright. Never know sometimes. Alright, let's go to the massacre site. Plume of smoke, visible from miles away, guided you to the site of the pacification. The village was in ruins, littered with body parts. The army had not even spared the women and children. The place was deserted, save for a single figure sitting on a rock, his head in his hands. You approached him. It was Jefferson Burns. Your mangled visage seemed to convince Burns that you were the devil incarnate. He said he was ready for his punishment. Let's go with that. You told him his punishment would be to do your bidding. Burns fixed you with a hollow-eyed stare and said that nobody would want a man like him traveling with them. Before you could react, he put his gun in his mouth and pulled the trigger. As you picked up his gun, a new plan formed in your head. Perhaps the natives who had escaped could be convinced to join you. From the trail of blood and bodies leading from the field, you knew where to find them. All right. Interesting. Navy gun. Well, might as well take that over the 6-shooter, because it does more damage. Alright. Got a Fate Trader and a Tomb. Well, let's go there. You followed a trail of blood and bodies to a giant twisted red leaf tree surrounded by graves. You navigated the tall grass carefully, looking for signs of the surviving natives. A whisper in a foreign tongue behind you gave you a start. You raised your hands and turned slowly. Behind the barrel of a precision rifle was the painted face of a tribal warrior. He was wounded, but his hands were steady. He gestured for you to leave this place. The only English words you could make out were Dark Demon. You told him you were the spirit of vengeance, come to grant him an opportunity to set things right. He snorted, gestured at you again, and said, Black Demon. After a pause, he added another single word, why? He wanted to know why a black demon like you would help a native warrior get revenge. It was a fair question. Alright, so I'm going to pantomime my story to him. As you related your tale, he maintained a solemn expression and kept the gun's barrel aimed at your head. Still, with each part of your story, he could see glints of understanding in his eyes, along with the fire of revenge. When you finished, he raised his gun, he pointed at you, then at himself, and he said yes. All right.
The next candidates were Randy Harden, a notorious gunfighter, and Henry Persons, a former Pinkerton agent. The local crime lord would know where to find them.
Okay. So let's look at what we've got here. So he's got a pepper box, which I don't particularly like because it's got an aim penalty. So I'm going to switch that out for the 6-shooter. And he's got an elephant rifle, which does good damage. That's probably nice long range. Otherwise, let's look at our card screen, which we did gain some new cards. We still are limited to 3 cards here, so we'll be giving cards mostly to Chiveo. Alright, so what do we have? We have a 9 of Hearts. This gives you a bonus of 1 hit point. How many hit points does he have? He only has 4, so he definitely needs that. And then we've got... Well, we've got our other 2 cards, honestly. So let's give them all to him. So +5 aim and +2 movement. Well, the aim makes sense. He's got a long-range rifle. And the movement will allow him to move around. Hey, what can you say? All right. Happy with that. I don't know if he got a special hand out of that. Probably just got high card. Yeah, he just got high card. +8 sight. Alright, let's move on to the next... Your party came upon a circus tent set up incongruously in the middle of the Badlands. As you neared, you saw it was surrounded by armed men wearing clown makeup. A sign read, The Dazzling House of Peculiar and Strange. Your previous travels told you this was the Algredo Mystics gang. Their leader, or Wizard Algredo, had a reputation for making things and people disappear without a trace. The house offered all sorts of cheap entertainment. Well, I could see the show, which I'm actually curious about. Let's go ahead and do that. A gypsy fortune teller was reading palms for the patrons. According to her sign, she was, all those words, Mystic Seer. As you approached, she became fixated on you, her horrified mouth agape. Finally, she screamed, "Foul hellion! I never laid a hand on those puppies." Then slammed her kiosk shut and ran away. All right. Let's go to the wizard. A tall, gaunt man introduced himself as Sean Vermillion. He said the wizard was waiting for you and offered you a complimentary drink. A single shot glass filled with a cold yellowish liquid sat on the tray. Vermillion looked at you expectantly. I'm not an idiot, and I'm not about to drink something that is poisoned, so I'm going to push back the tray and tell him I'd rather do the business first. Vermillion led you through dark corridors lined with colorful circus posters. Finally, you passed through a flap door and into complete darkness. Vermillion was nowhere to be seen. You're trying to make out what might be in the dark room when, with a heavy thunk of machinery, a single spotlight appeared. A tall figure stood in it, wearing some sort of cloak. Alright, so I'm gonna see what that's about. Sudden flash of light blinded you. You tripped over something and felt a hard object slam into the back of your head. Everything went black. Well, I guess we were going to get knocked out regardless. You were awakened by a bucket of cold water in your face. You were tied up on the floor of a large room lit with floating orbs of cold blue light. A short, bald man wearing a long robe and strange eyeglasses stood above you. Behind him was Sean Vermillion. Presented himself as Wizard Algretto and said he had business with you. He asked if you wanted a lengthy explanation or just the basics. Alright, so... Alright, so both of these responses are very interesting. We'll go with the longer story. The wizard smiled and assured you he wouldn't have had to resort to violence had you simply accepted his kind offer of a drink. He knew who you were and who you were looking for, and that you should give up now. The wizard considered Hardin his property and said the man was currently detained where he belonged. Persons, though, was a different matter. Henry Howard Persons used to work in the Pinkerton Special Division, but several years of his service were blank. The wizard assured you Persons was quite insane, but that he found the man fascinating, especially his obsessive search for pieces of a specific meteorite. Apparently, no law of property or human decency could stop him in his quest to acquire these pieces. He was the ultimate collector. Therefore, the wizard continued, if you wanted to make contact with Persons, you needed to find pieces of the meteorite, and you were in luck. When the meteor traveled through Earth's skies, it left a trail of debris in this very area. All you had to do was to obtain some of these pieces in whatever way you deem acceptable. 4 pieces would be enough to attract the strange man's attention and make him emerge from hiding. Okay. So we haven't found Hardin yet, as the wizard refused to tell us. But I see we have a lot of locations to go, and it said 4 pieces, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4 locations, and a 5th over here, which is a shaman, which is probably just going to sell me trinkets and stuff. Although possibly healing items, which we still don't have. I don't have a whole lot of money, though. Well, we'll go to the shaman. There's no harm in that. Alright, Cheveyo told you of a wandering healer with unique skills who could help him. He said it was your choice. The wound was not critical and healing would not be free. Oh, okay, well that will make him probably, you know, not have only 4 health, or 5 health at this point. Alright, well, we'll do that. Cheveyo, thank you, then asked timidly whether you two had any demons you wanted to be rid of. It would cost extra, but he said it might give you an edge in the upcoming fight. Well, you know what? Why don't we do that? Here's only handed you several dark green cactus buttons and told you to eat them. They were bitter, but you managed to choke them down. Then he began chanting and rhythmic humming, which soon put you in a trance. When you opened your eyes, you saw evil eyes staring at you from every stone and every star. The moon was one gigantic evil eye dominating the night sky. The shaman danced frantically, pounding the dirt with his cane and cursing the evil spirits. Gradually, the eyes gave way to vibrant colors and shapes. A feeling of peace washed over you. All right, we fall asleep with a blissful smile on our disfigured face. Woke up the next day, the sun already high in the sky, the shaman was gone, but the sense of inner peace was intact. All right. So we gain endurance, as did Veo. So let's see what's going on now. So we get 2 extra hit points, as does Cheveo. And now he has 8 total hit points, but some of that was due to the fact that he has a card. So he would have had 7 normally. Okay, that's all good. We didn't get any cards yet, so that's fine. I was kind of hoping to find a trader, though. I don't remember this location being there, but that's okay. Why don't we just go to the Vaquero here, and we'll work our way around. This had once been a thriving town. Now it was reduced to a single bar. The Vaquero, run by the former mayor, Marshall Todd Maybe. It seemed liquor and tobacco were the only things that sold on this forsaken road. You entered the bar's large courtyard. All right, we'll go into the bar. The bar was populated by a seedy mix of farmers, cowboys, and lowlifes. In addition to drinks, the Vaquero also offered trade. All right, so we're going to browse the shop, I guess. Aha, so this is going to be our healer. Piercing ammo would be nice, although I don't know if we can necessarily afford it. Nothing's really jumping. Really? Alright. Alright, so it's just a 4-shot, 6 damage shotgun. That would be nice, but costs quite a bit. Let's see about our characters, though. So we've got... If I got rid of the shotgun, that would give me 40. I could technically buy it. I don't know if I'd want to, though. I'm going to get rid of the pepper box here, probably. And maybe pick up piercing ammo, as that gives 1 damage to all of your weapons, which is very powerful, actually. But I don't see any healing items, so I'm going to take the 1 piercing ammo that he has. Unfortunately, he only has 1. What does this do? Plus 10, aim, and sight. Okay. Well, we'll do the pepper box trade, and we'll get a little bit of cash in the exchange. Confirm. And trade. Alright, so who needs it the most? So my items do 5 damage and 5 damage. And his items do 5 and 4. If we give it to him, his elephant rifle will do 6 damage. If we give it to me, my shotgun will do 6 damage. So it's kind of... up in the air. Oh, he does start with healing. I don't, though. I'll give it to Cheveo, as I feel like that sniper rifle or elephant rifle with the extra damage would be valuable. Alright, so... Oh, we didn't look at the tab list. Well, I might as well. So, tab list. Alright, the following barflies owed money to the bar. These couldn't be real names, could they? Alright. So that's all there is there. I don't know if this was here before, Necropolis. Well, we might as well keep looking around, because I don't think anything else is... Illegal mines, that looks new. I don't think anything else is marked. Oh, wow, we have a lot of locations. Alright, well, let's go to the... We'll brothel, I guess. And then we'll go up that way. You arrived at a well-maintained farm composed of several large bungalows, all with extensive red lighting. Emma Bai's debaucherous establishment was known for its security. The place was guarded by the same women who worked as clients. Only a fool would cross them. Alright. We'll go to the bar first. The bar was about as busy as the private rooms, with the women working both as bouncers and waitresses. You notice some vaqueros sitting around a table. If you were picking fights, them fellows could be a heap of trouble. Apart from them, though, it was mainly old ranchers gambling and sipping their booze. Alright, so we can bribe people to get them to stay out of a fight. I don't know what fight there's going to be. So let's talk about Randy Harden here. I have a feeling that this might start a fight, though. You asked the barmaid if the name Randy Harden rang any bells. When the girl made a face, you knew you'd hit the jackpot. She pointed to a building across the farm. Harden was there, she said, detained on orders from the wizard himself, which no one could figure since Harden had been the wizard's lieutenant for years. She pulled you in close and said she thought it was because Harden was a diseased husk of a man, no longer fit for any real job. She said if you wanted to see him, you should talk to Madame Bye. Her breath hot on your neck, she asked whether you wanted anything else. Alright, so I should go to the lobby then and talk to the Madame. Alright, so we have a little bit different description here. The brothel was a large complex. A gaggle of gunslingers hung around in its bar. The kitchen behind the counter led to an open courtyard, but you were forbidden from going there. You were allowed in a lobby where the women watched you with distrust while doing their best to look seductive. Emma Bye, the establishment's madam, remained in her office, so we're going to talk to her, hopefully. James Rusk, Emma Bye's assistant, let you through the door and followed close behind you. The room was adorned with papier-mâché decorations and china, and in the center of the room, like a dare, stood a massive safe cabinet. You heard someone clear her throat and turned to see Emma Bye looking at you disapprovingly. You asked the price of Harden's freedom. Emma Bye looked at her assistant, and the two started giggling, then burst out into laughter. You were tempted to shut their mouths with a gun, seeing your consternation. Bye explained. You only did business with important people. Alright, well, we're going to mention our role in the masked man's untimely death. The madam said that hardly compared to being a trusted ally of the wizard and the leader of a feared and respected organization. You wondered aloud whether she was confusing the word ally with henchman. She looked at you disappointingly as she lit a cigarette on a long, slender filter. She asked why you were interested in a worthless son of a motherless goat like Harden. She inquired as to whether you ran a charity for cripples and hobos. Alright, well, we'll do this. With a lightning swiftness, he pulled the assistant's gun from his holster and shot him in the stomach. I'm kind of tired of talking. Looks like we're gonna fight. No more talking, all to the fighting. We're going to have a little extra trouble because we didn't bribe those guys. And here we go.
Things didn't go exactly as planned. Despite the odds, you still needed to get Harden out of there.
Alright, well, that's okay. We're going to blast her with the shotgun, probably. Now, the question is, can Cheveo hold these guys off? And to do so, his best move is probably come in here, opening the door and then blasting them. Hopefully there's nobody in here. If there is, we'll shoot him. Okay. Oh, we can't see him now? Oh, there's a wall. Okay. Whoops. That was a mistake. That's okay, though. We'll move here. And then shoot her right in the face with our... I don't know if we should use the shotgun at this range. Revolver would do fine. Goodbye. And unfortunately, I kind of messed up that move, so we're going to have to wait until next turn. So there's lots of movement that we can't see. And he's over here on the second story. Yeah, second story. All right. So let's switch to Treveo. So I probably should have moved to here. I didn't realize there was a wall that would block. Okay, we can see that guy. Although he's in cover, we might not be able to kill him. We fan him, though. Oh, wait, we can't fan him, though. Okay. Now my character needs to find cover. Kind of hard to see with... There's no windows if I come over here. Of course, alternatively, I could come right in there. But there's no cover that I can see if I move like that. Alright, let's just move here. I think that's as good of cover as we're going to get. And who are we going to shoot? So we got 74% with her, 54%. Well, we might as well take her out. What about with the shotgun? 71. All right, we'll take the best shot. All right. Yeah, we do have to worry about that. Fortunately, missed. We can get better cover next turn. Oh, out in the open to try and shoot me. All right, you're dead, buddy. So Treveo here is going to shoot him dead. Good job. All right, now we got to kill some guys. So there's no doors out that way. So we can either come over here. I'm just trying to survey the terrain here. So this is a door. So yeah, I'm worried if I move over here, I'll get shot in the back from all these directions. I want to get to Hardin, though. But that's many buildings away. I'm thinking the safer route is actually going to be this way. That's the route I'm going to take. But what I might do is post up here. Or I could just post up over here. Or better yet. The problem is going over this way. If as I post up over here, they can shoot me through the window. And that's no good. So I'll post up over here. I can't see anyone, so that's okay with me. We'll go ahead and reload. Hopefully he still has cover. Alright, so we've got some interesting predicaments going on. So if I switch to the rifle, that doesn't improve the shot. Does she count as being in cover? It sure does counter that way. Well, we'll give her a shot. Missed, though. Okay, my character now can shoot her. She's out in the open. Let's see about the shotgun. All right, no better. We'll try and kill her. I do have to worry about getting flanked by this person, though. And that's exactly what she's going to do. Luckily missed. All right. I'm willing enough to kill this lady that I'm just going to run in here right out in the open and just shoot her. Goodbye. Alright, now let's deal out with this guy out here. I have 74%. Does the shotgun improve? 75. We'll take it. Oh, be my guest. Keep coming. And how about now? 79 or 74? Well, we'll take the higher chance. Goodbye. Probably should have reloaded. My bad. Okay. So far, so good. Let's move Chevea over here. Anybody out this way? Yep, looks like it. So let's do our rifle. I don't think that improves anything. Maybe very slightly. So we don't have enough for the scope shot. If we had the scope shot, it would have been 100%. So 51%. Really? It'd be 6 damage, but she has cover. Wow, that elephant rifle is really powerful then. Alright, well, we'll go for it. I mean, it's not a great chance, but it's worth it. Yeah, there we go. Pow. Okay. Well, the shotgun's empty, but that's no reason not to move up. So I'm going to move to here. See if there's still anybody in this room. There is. Switch to the revolver. And shoot. Goodbye. Alright. I think in this instance, I may have him come in here, but I'm going to have him reload before he makes any big moves, so have him come up to the door, which is now open, and reload. Alright, that person's out in the open. Do we have a shot, though? No, it doesn't look like we do, but if I move up here, I should be able to see him. Okay. So, looks like the rifle is going to be our best chance. Right out in the open. Goodbye. So we want to come through here. I don't know if I should bother poking my head through here. There's no door this way. And it doesn't look like I can move around beyond that, so... For now... I'm going to post up here, but I want to eventually get through this door. You know what? I think I'm already covering this way. We'll post up by the door. And we need to reload the shotgun at the very least. Alright. Don't know if there's anybody in here, but we're going to post up here like there isn't anybody. And we don't see anyone over there, but I'm going to reload. And we'll switch. Nothing new has happened. We do need to reload, but I'm going to post up here, see if there's anybody in here. Doesn't look like it. How's our revolver? That needs reloaded, so we'll reload it. Seeing how we're in close quarters now would be a good idea. Okay. Now to span this distance. We want to come in to full cover if we can. So I'll move up to here. Or potentially here. I like here, though. A little safer looking. I guess I'm willing to risk. Can't really get into decent cover. If I move here, I'm vulnerable to a flank from this direction. I'll go for it, though. Alright, in here. Now, none of this counts as cover. These, this kind of like, I don't know, screens, I guess I should say. Move here, see if there's anybody in this main room. Doesn't look like it, so we'll use this opportunity to reload the rifle. We may have actually killed everyone in the area, but I'm still going to play it safe. As a matter of fact, I'm not even going to worry if there's anybody in here. I'm just going to go straight to this window. Alright. So this is the only way in here. Unless there's a back door. It doesn't appear there is. So, might as well post up here. See if we can see into the next building. Not seeing anything, so we'll just finish reloading the revolver. And we'll move up next turn. Now here, I'm just going to full move. All the way up. To the tree. Because I suspect I've pretty much cleared out everything other than maybe what's in the house. Oh, he can't get very far on a half move, so I'm going to go ahead and be brave here and full move him. No reason to be cautious now. I'm not going to be able to see anything here anyway. Alright, nothing on the other side of the window. We know there's somebody upstairs, but we don't have a shot. And it doesn't look like there's any windows near where that person is. Now, I can go upstairs and possibly get them. So move all the way. If I move on this side of the window, I should be able to get her next turn. So move here. And come in. Not much in the way of cover until we get to here. Alright. We'll take this bit of cover here. See if we can see up the stairs. Alright. Let's see if we can see if we move over here. We can indeed. Not enough to kill her, though. Unfortunately. But we can do a move up to here and just blast her.
Hardin's guard was strong and imposing. You couldn't release Hardin with her around.
Was she strong and imposing? Let's see about that.
Free from his binds, Hardin thanked you and cursed those who betrayed him. Of course, he had no idea why you freed him in the first place. But it was time to leave.
All right, mission success. All right, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. This is Mouse Gunner signing out.